Imagine a figure who embodies the wisdom of ages, someone whose insights illuminate the path to truth. The wise old man, a timeless archetype, has captivated humanity for centuries. He is a symbol of the deepest wisdom, offering not just intellectual guidance, but a spiritual presence that seems to transcend time and place. This figure, often seen as a solitary sage, withdrawn from the world, lives on the edges of civilization, be it in mountains, forests, or desolate deserts. His physical solitude serves as a backdrop for his profound insights into the nature of life, spirituality, and the human condition. In mythology and spiritual traditions, the wise old man serves not only as a teacher, but as a spiritual guide, a figure who has mastered life's complexities and is now tasked with passing that wisdom on to others. He is the mentor, offering practical wisdom and divine guidance to those who are willing to embark on their own spiritual journey. But the wise old man is not just a passive figure. He represents an inner calling, a beckoning to look beyond the shallow distractions of daily life and find a deeper connection to the universal truths that govern existence. For centuries, this archetype has been represented in stories and myths, from Solomon, the biblical king famous for his wisdom, to Merlin, the wizard who guided King Arthur. These figures are more than just characters in stories. They embody the spiritual qualities that are crucial for personal growth. Wisdom, in their case, is not just accumulated knowledge. It is the fruit of experience, shaped by years of reflection and inner work. The wise old man stands as a living embodiment of self-realization, someone who has faced and overcome life's darkest moments and now possesses a clarity of mind and heart. The role of the wise old man in stories is more than just an external figure of authority. He symbolizes the internal wisdom that resides within every individual, the voice of inner guidance we often ignore in the rush of daily life. This archetype, as Carl Jung observed, exists within the collective unconscious, representing the aspect of the self that has learned to see beyond the ego and connect with the deeper aspects of being. This figure is also deeply associated with the process of individuation, which, in Jungian psychology, refers to the integration of all parts of the self, the conscious and unconscious. The wise old man represents the culmination of this journey, the point at which an individual has fully come into alignment with their higher self. He is a mirror of maturity, patience, and the ability to make decisions from a place of calm and clarity rather than impulsivity or fear. This process of self-realization is what allows individuals to embrace their life's true calling and live authentically. At the core of the wise old man's wisdom is the idea of the hermit, the figure who withdraws from society to find spiritual insight and to focus entirely on the inner journey. The hermit's life is one of solitude, but not loneliness. It is a deliberate retreat from the distractions of the external world, allowing the individual to turn inward and cultivate a deeper relationship with the divine and the self. In many spiritual traditions, the wilderness, whether it is a desert, a mountain, or an isolated cave, represents a place of purification and transformation. For example, in the Christian tradition, the story of Jesus' 40 days in the wilderness is not just about physical deprivation. It is symbolic of the spiritual tests one faces when confronting the ego and facing inner darkness. Similarly, in other traditions, the desert represents a place of testing, where the soul is forced to reckon with its deepest fears and desires. The wise old man, in this sense, is a reflection of this inner journey, the part of us that has stepped away from worldly distractions and learned to connect with the divine truth that lies beneath the surface. By embracing the hermit archetype, the wise old man teaches us that the path to wisdom is not about accumulating more knowledge, but about quieting the mind and opening the heart to the truths that reside within us all. His wisdom is not just theoretical, but comes from a place of deep personal experience, grounded in the lived reality of human existence. This wisdom is passed on not through grand speeches or complex doctrines, but through simple truths that resonate deeply with those ready to listen. The wise old man archetype is much more than a mere figure of ancient wisdom. It represents a powerful psychological and spiritual force that calls us to self-awareness and inner growth. In the world of Jungian psychology, the wise old man is considered the incarnation of the archetype of the sage, a figure who embodies the highest level of consciousness, having integrated the conscious mind with the unconscious aspects of the psyche. This process of integration is what Carl Jung referred to as individuation, the path toward becoming whole. The wise old man does not merely represent the accumulation of knowledge. His wisdom is the product of life lived fully, the experiences of hardship, pain, joy, and reflection. Unlike figures of youthful impulsiveness or ambition, the wise old man stands as a figure of reflection, one who has seen life's trials and has come to understand the deeper meaning of those experiences. His wisdom is not learned from books or teachings alone, but comes from the deep well of experience, a reflection of the life lived in its fullest depth. This archetype shows us that wisdom doesn't merely come from knowing facts. It comes from living through challenges and learning to navigate the complexities of existence. The wise old man, then, symbolizes the emotional maturity that allows us to process pain, transform suffering, and emerge with an expanded consciousness. His role is not only that of the teacher, but also that of the guide, helping the individual move toward a more integrated life. The connection between the wise old man and the spiritual journey is clear in the way he reflects the internal quest for meaning. In Jungian terms, this figure represents the wisdom of the self, which seeks wholeness through the integration of various aspects of the psyche: the shadow, the conscious mind, and the anima, the unconscious feminine part of the male psyche. The wise old man's guidance involves helping the individual understand and integrate their shadow, the hidden parts of themselves that are often repressed or denied. This psychological work is not easy. It requires confronting the truths about oneself, both positive and negative, and accepting them in order to move forward on the path of self-knowledge. The integration of the shadow is one of the most powerful and challenging parts of the spiritual journey, and it is here that the wise old man plays a crucial role. He guides the individual to see beyond their limitations and fears, helping them embrace their full potential. This is the work of becoming whole or individuated, where the individual accepts themselves fully, including both strengths and weaknesses. The wise old man offers his wisdom not by simply telling someone what to do, but by leading them to their own understanding, empowering them to make their own decisions while providing moral clarity and direction. The role of the wise old man as a teacher and mentor. The wise old man serves not only as a spiritual guide, but also as a teacher, one who imparts life-changing knowledge that leads to profound personal transformation. His teachings are not conventional lessons filled with doctrines or rules. Instead, they are subtle, experiential, and often conveyed through symbols or parables. In many spiritual traditions, the wisdom of the sage comes not through intellectual explanation, but through lived experiences and stories that mirror life's challenges. A significant part of the wise old man's role is helping others to discover their own wisdom. This is often represented in mythic stories, where the seeker must go on a journey, often arduous, before reaching the wisdom that lies within them. The wise old man is not a figure who simply hands over answers, but one who helps the seeker find their own answers. This reflects the idea that true wisdom cannot be given. It must be earned through self-discovery and experience. The wise old man, in his wisdom, encourages the individual to seek knowledge, not from others, but from within themselves. His role is not that of a traditional teacher. Rather, he is a catalyst for change, guiding others to their own realization. The wise old man's teachings often involve profound spiritual truths that require a certain level of maturity to understand fully. His lessons are usually deep and layered, allowing the seeker to return to them time and again, finding new meaning at different stages of their life. This aspect of the archetype emphasizes that wisdom is not a one-time revelation, but a lifetime process, a never-ending journey towards self-realization. The wise old man provides the tools and perspective that help individuals navigate the complexities of life and realize their potential as human beings. One of the hallmarks of the wise old man is his ability to use silence as a tool for teaching. Unlike more forceful, extroverted figures, the wise old man rarely speaks without purpose. He teaches not through words alone, but through silence, observation, and the example he sets. This aspect of the archetype reflects a profound understanding of the importance of stillness in the learning process. In a world full of distractions and noise, the wise old man's silence is a reminder of the value of introspection. Silence allows the individual to connect with their inner thoughts, to process their feelings, and to discover the wisdom that is often lost amidst the chaos of life. Reflection, as taught by the wise old man, is an essential part of spiritual growth. It allows the individual to listen to their inner voice, to hear the wisdom that already resides within. This silence is not an absence of communication, but a space for deeper understanding, where the true lessons of life are often revealed. The wise old man archetype serves as a guide in the journey towards self-discovery, helping individuals navigate the complex layers of their inner worlds. This archetype is a psychological mirror, reflecting the internal wisdom that everyone carries within themselves, but may be unaware of. The path to self-discovery requires one to look inward, confront their fears, and come to terms with their unconscious mind. The wise old man, through his example and teachings, serves as a figure who has already walked this path and can show the seeker the way. In Jungian psychology, the journey towards self-realization is called individuation, which involves integrating all parts of the psyche, both the conscious and the unconscious. This process of individuation is often depicted in myths and stories, where the protagonist, much like the hero's journey, embarks on an adventure to discover deeper truths about themselves. In these stories, the wise old man appears as a mentor, offering wisdom at pivotal moments and providing the tools necessary for the seeker to continue their journey of self-exploration. Unlike external guidance, which often comes from societal or cultural expectations, the wise old man offers wisdom that encourages the individual to trust their inner voice. He teaches that true wisdom and strength come from within, through a process of self-reflection, self-acceptance, and the integration of life's lessons. This concept echoes the idea that the external world is merely a reflection of our inner reality. By aligning with our true selves, we gain a deeper understanding of our place in the universe and of our potential as creators of our own destinies. The call to inner transformation is central to the wise old man's teachings. He embodies the invitation to change, to move beyond the superficial aspects of life, and embark on a path of personal growth and spiritual awakening. This call is often initiated by a crisis, a disruption in the individual's life that forces them to question their current reality. It is in this moment of disruption that the wise old man becomes an essential figure, offering clarity and perspective during times of inner chaos. The call to transformation is not an easy one. The individual must confront their deepest fears, insecurities, and self-imposed limitations. However, as the wise old man teaches, this confrontation is not only necessary, but also transformational. Through the process of facing their shadow, individuals can move toward becoming their highest selves, shedding the illusions that have previously kept them bound to false identities. The wise old man reminds us that growth and change require courage, but they also offer the promise of freedom from the constraints of the ego and the limitations of the past. The archetype of the wise old man as a source of comfort and strength. The wise old man does not just represent an ideal of wisdom or intellectual knowledge. He is also a source of comfort and strength for those who are struggling. In times of personal crisis or spiritual confusion, the wise old man provides the reassurance that there is a higher order in the universe and that wisdom can be found even in the midst of chaos. His presence offers a sense of peace and serenity, reminding the seeker that life's challenges are not to be feared, but to be embraced as opportunities for growth. The wise old man also acts as a figure of inner stability. He represents the aspect of the self that remains grounded, even when everything else around us seems uncertain or unstable. His calm demeanor and patient wisdom offer a contrast to the frantic pace of the external world. In a society that often prioritizes action over reflection, the wise old man serves as a reminder that stillness is just as powerful as action. Sometimes, the most important decisions come from moments of quiet contemplation. His teachings also emphasize the importance of letting go of the need for external validation. The wise old man encourages the seeker to trust their inner knowing, rather than seeking approval or affirmation from others. This kind of self-trust is essential for the process of individuation, the path toward becoming one's true self. Self-reliance and inner strength are key components of the wise old man's teachings, which aim to empower the individual to live authentically and follow their own unique path, without being swayed by the expectations of others. The integration of the shadow and the wisdom of the wise old man. The journey towards wholeness is central to the wise old man's role as a guide. As individuals strive for self-realization, one of the greatest challenges they face is the integration of the shadow, the darker, repressed parts of the self that are often hidden from conscious awareness. The shadow, as Jung describes it, consists of all the parts of the self that are denied, ignored, or suppressed. The wise old man helps the individual confront and integrate these shadow aspects, leading them toward a fuller understanding of themselves. Rather than simply offering external guidance, the wise old man serves as a mirror to the seeker's inner world, helping them understand the hidden parts of their psyche. His teachings emphasize that true spiritual growth requires confronting the darkness within. This is a process of self-acceptance, where the individual learns to embrace their flaws, fears, and past mistakes. The wise old man teaches that these shadow aspects are not inherently negative. They are simply unacknowledged parts of the self that, when integrated, can lead to greater wisdom and inner strength. The integration of the shadow is not a one-time process, but a lifelong journey. The wise old man helps the seeker understand that personal transformation requires constant self-awareness and the willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. His role is not to provide a quick fix or a simple answer, but to encourage self-exploration and growth over time. Through this journey of integration, the individual becomes whole, not by discarding the shadow, but by embracing it as a necessary part of the human experience. The wise old man's teachings are rooted in the idea that true peace comes from within. His guidance is not about seeking external solutions or relying on others for answers. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of cultivating inner peace through self-awareness and acceptance. The wise old man encourages the seeker to detach from the distractions and noise of the external world and to turn inward, finding solace in the quiet stillness of the soul. By learning to accept oneself fully, both the light and the shadow, individuals can create inner harmony and achieve a sense of spiritual balance. This concept of inner peace is particularly important in the modern world, where individuals are often overwhelmed by external pressures, social expectations, career demands, and the constant pursuit of success. The wise old man, as a symbol of spiritual wisdom, teaches that true peace is found not in accomplishments or external validation, but in the connection to the divine and the self. In many ways, the wise old man is a reminder that stillness and solitude are not signs of weakness, but of profound strength. He shows that by learning to be present in the moment and embracing one's true self, individuals can find peace amidst the chaos of life. The wise old man as a catalyst for spiritual awakening. The wise old man's role is also that of a spiritual catalyst, someone who awakens the seeker to the deeper truths of existence. His teachings inspire a shift in consciousness, helping individuals recognize their higher potential and connect with their deeper selves. This process of awakening is not simply about gaining intellectual knowledge, but about experiencing a spiritual shift that changes the way one perceives life. The wise old man facilitates this shift by encouraging the seeker to let go of preconceived notions, fear, and attachments, allowing them to embrace a new level of awareness and understanding. This spiritual awakening is often depicted in myths as a revelation, a moment when the seeker is shown a new perspective on reality. The wise old man helps guide the individual through this moment of awakening, providing the wisdom needed to navigate the new world that is now perceived. He teaches that spiritual growth comes through experience, and that true enlightenment arises from the understanding that we are all part of a much larger cosmic order. The spiritual awakening facilitated by the wise old man is not a one-time event, but a continuing process. This process involves constant questioning, reflecting on one's experiences, and growing through challenges. The wise old man acts as a companion on this path, offering wisdom, guidance, and support as the seeker continues their journey towards spiritual enlightenment. The wise old man and the wisdom of age. Finally, the wise old man is a symbol of the wisdom that comes with age. In our youth-obsessed culture, the value of growing older is often overlooked, yet it is through the years of experience and reflection that we come to truly understand the nature of life. The wise old man exemplifies the wisdom that time grants us, showing us that with age comes a deeper connection to the world and a greater understanding of its mysteries. Age allows the wise old man to see beyond the superficial aspects of life. His teachings reflect a deep understanding of the cycles of life: birth, death, joy, and suffering, and the impermanence of all things. He teaches that true wisdom is rooted in the understanding that everything is temporary, and that the key to spiritual growth is to accept change and embrace life's natural flow. This wisdom, however, is not just about passive acceptance. It is about active participation in the world. The wise old man encourages individuals to live fully and authentically, knowing that their actions and decisions have meaning in the greater context of life. His role is to remind us that life's lessons are never truly finished, and that the path toward wisdom is a continuous journey of growth, awareness, and connection. The timeless role of the wise old man in contemporary society. In modern times, the archetype of the wise old man remains as relevant as ever. Although the world has changed in many ways, the need for wisdom and guidance has not diminished. Today, the wise old man archetype has transformed into a symbol of inner peace, self-awareness, and spiritual resilience. People continue to look for mentors who can guide them through life's complexities, and the wise old man, in this context, represents the ideal of spiritual maturity, the ability to see clearly in a world that often seems clouded by confusion and distraction. In modern culture, where technology and material success often take center stage, the wise old man offers a refreshing alternative. He represents the values of humility, wisdom, and the importance of spiritual development over external achievements. His teachings remind us that while success can be valuable, it is inner growth and personal fulfillment that bring true happiness and meaning to life. The wise old man teaches that the pursuit of wisdom is not just about acquiring knowledge, but about living with intention, embracing humility, and striving for compassionate understanding. Despite the rapid pace of life today, the wise old man serves as a reminder that stillness, reflection, and patience are essential for personal growth. In an age of instant gratification and constant information overload, the wise old man offers the profound lesson that true wisdom comes from silence, self-reflection, and acceptance of life's inevitable challenges. His wisdom teaches that in order to find lasting happiness, individuals must learn to listen to their inner selves and connect with their spiritual essence. The wise old man serves as a symbol of inner strength in a world that often feels overwhelming and chaotic. In contemporary society, many people feel lost or uncertain, pulled in various directions by external expectations, media, and the constant pressure to succeed. The wise old man archetype offers a path to personal power that is not based on external achievement, but on self-realization and spiritual connection. His wisdom is rooted in inner stillness, self-acceptance, and the ability to remain calm in the face of adversity. By cultivating a sense of inner peace, individuals can navigate the complexities of modern life without being swayed by external forces. The wise old man teaches that the key to resilience lies in learning to trust oneself and to stay connected to the deeper truths that guide us towards spiritual fulfillment. The inner strength represented by the wise old man is not the same as external power or domination. It is the strength that comes from wisdom, the ability to see through the chaos and recognize what truly matters in life. This strength is rooted in spiritual awareness and self-awareness, allowing the individual to remain grounded and centered, no matter what external challenges arise. The wise old man's presence is a reminder that true power lies not in control, but in the ability to embrace life with peace, love, and compassion. The wise old man and the legacy of wisdom. As the wise old man teaches, wisdom is not something that is hoarded or kept for oneself. It is a gift to be shared. The legacy of wisdom is passed down through generations, and the wise old man symbolizes the passing of knowledge from the elders to the younger generation. His wisdom is meant to empower others, enabling them to walk their own path with the same clarity and insight that he has gained throughout his life. This concept of legacy is not just about imparting intellectual knowledge, but about passing on life lessons, the values of integrity, humility, patience, and the importance of spiritual growth. The wise old man teaches that true success lies not in accumulating wealth or status, but in living a life that is aligned with one's values, serving others, and contributing to the greater good. In today's world, where instant success and quick fixes are often idolized, the wise old man serves as a reminder that true wisdom comes from living a purposeful and authentic life. He shows that life's meaning is found in the journey, not in the destination. Through his example, we are reminded that each of us carries the potential for wisdom, growth, and spiritual fulfillment, and that it is through self-exploration, reflection, and connection with the divine that we can uncover our true purpose. The legacy of the wise old man. In our own lives, the wise old man is not just a figure confined to mythology or ancient texts. He exists within all of us. Each of us has the potential to embody the wisdom, calm, and resilience that he represents. As we age, we gain experience, and this experience can be a source of deep wisdom if we choose to reflect on it. By following the wise old man's teachings, we can find a sense of peace and purpose that transcends the chaos of modern life. He invites us to step away from the superficial and focus on the spiritual, to connect with our true selves, and to live with intention and compassion. Through this, we can become our own wise guides, not only for ourselves, but for others as well. In this way, the legacy of the wise old man is not just about the wisdom of one figure, but about the wisdom passed down through generations, shaping our understanding of life and helping us walk the path towards spiritual awakening, personal growth, and inner peace. The wise old man remains an enduring symbol of wisdom, spiritual maturity, and personal transformation. Through his archetype, we learn that true wisdom is not found in external achievements, but in the ability to connect with our deeper selves and embrace the lessons of life. He serves as a guide to self-realization, helping us navigate the challenges of life with clarity, peace, and compassion. The legacy of the wise old man is alive within all of us, reminding us that the journey toward wisdom is an ongoing process that requires reflection, self-awareness, and the courage to confront our darkness in order to embrace our full potential.